Hey everyone, it's Vestic, and I just finished Yakuza Like a Dragon, and this is my thoughts video on it. I wanted to start by saying I'm a huge RPG fan, and they got me into the genre, so this game was like a breath of fresh air. The writing was phenomenal. I loved almost everything about the story. There are a few ticky-tack parts, but not enough to ding the game for anything. That happens in every story. Nothing's perfect. But as far as the story goes, there are lots and lots of highs, funny. Everyone is charismatic, and lots of lows. Bad things happen. It's heavy. They deal with some heavy topics. And to offset that, most of the side quests are very humorous. They're WTF side quests, like why is this even in here in the first place? And side quests give you rewards for other side quests, which is something I've never seen before, so that was really cool too. So the game balances a lot of its humor, heavy, and just main story throughout the whole game really well, and I enjoyed that a lot. The environments that you go through, as you can see right now, if you've played any game that's based in Japan, they're going to look very familiar. Tiny streets, lots of stores, lots of houses, everything's packed together. It's what we expect from a game set in Japan. The night environments are very colorful. I really enjoyed them. They looked very, very beautiful, very well put together. The day environments are just great. They're put together, they're solid. They don't distract from the game at all. And the rooms and stores and houses you can go into fit. Everything just works like it's supposed to. It's solid. And the part that I am not disappointed, I expected it, but I was hoping that I was going to be wrong, was that the turn-based battle system in this game doesn't really reinvent the wheel. You have certain types of attacks and certain types of magics, physical and magic attacks, that are better against some people, weaker against other people. Just the normal RPG dynamic. And there is also a weapon and armor crafting system that I felt was a little bit too grindy if you wanted to get some of the best stuff. And maybe I just didn't find the stores that sold the things that you needed to craft the better weapons. And to be fair, I didn't take a whole lot of time exploring stores. So that may be out there, and I just didn't come across it. But yeah, like I said, it didn't reinvent the wheel. It is still a game where you can brute force your way through most of the fights. There are some fights where if you tried to brute force and you just weren't strong enough, you wouldn't make it. There are some fights that I got game overs in because of that. And there are mechanical and more finesse-driven ways to get through those fights that would have made the fights a lot easier and more manageable for me. I'm the brute force, no mechanics nonsense kind of player on my first playthrough of RPGs. So that's my fault. Nothing against the game. There are fights where you have to strategize, or you could strategize to make them easier. But I just chose not to do that in my playthrough. Nothing against the game for that either. So overall, this game is awesome. There is a big secret that I missed on my main playthrough that I'm upset about. When I did research about it, it should have been obvious enough that I wasn't going to miss it, right? That I put time into getting it. I didn't. Then I learned about it. Now I'm upset. Not in a bad way. I'm upset enough to play the post game and fix my mistake. And I'm excited to get into the post game to see if there's any extra story along with the normal post game stuff of end game dungeons and end game weapons and blah 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 things. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will get more videos out on that whenever I can. So overall, 9 out of 10 game. I loved it. It was amazing. It worked on my potato PC, it's not great. I didn't even have to put all the performance things down to low. I think I was medium to high on most of them. And there were parts where the processing was grindy. I could tell it was laggy a little bit. But once again, I don't have super great hardware to run these games. I'm just glad that I can, so I can experience these. That being said, this game it'll run on anything at this point. If you have a decent CPU or a decent decent GPU. I'm forgetting my words. Decent CPU or a decent GPU, you will be able to play this game on PC. And if you're doing this on consoles, then, well, there you go. You don't have to worry about it, and it should play great. So thanks for listening to my rant and my thoughts, and expect more Yakuza in the future. I really, really like this franchise, and as a first Yakuza game for me, I'm happy it was this one. So thanks, guys, and have a good one.